Karon Joseph Riley is in studio with us. Good morning.
Hey, hi.
Good, brother.
Peace and love, King and Queen. How y'all doing today?
Doing good, man.
Good.
Doing good. We got to let people know. King High School.
Yeah.
You are track, football, basketball.
Yeah, all state, man. Basketball, football, track. Track, I just joined track to take the trips to hang out with the girls. But but basketball and football was my main staples. Ended up playing, 7 years pro football afterwards. But basketball was always my love, man. That was my first love, and I still love it. And I just stopped growing, so I had to choose.
But you go play in the NFL.
I go play in the NFL, yes.
Drafted by Chicago?
Chicago Bears, up in 2001.
Wow.
Yeah.
Defensive end.
Defensive end out of University of Minnesota. All-time sack leader in University of Minnesota history to this day.
Woo.
Period.
Yeah. Period.
All time.
Yeah. All time.
That's what I'm talking
If
about.
this mic could drop, I would have dropped it.
All right. Period.
Did you go on to Atlanta?
Yeah, I went to Atlanta out of Chicago. After Chicago let me go, I ended up in Atlanta for 3 seasons where I was rejoined playing with Vic, the great Michael Vick. Had a great run there in Atlanta, and that's where my roots are now. That's why I kind of stayed in Atlanta after that. I played in Washington and Toronto, a couple of other places after that, but I kept my roots in Atlanta because it just felt like Detroit felt for me. Like it was a lot of us walking around, and we was a lot of successful versions of us. So I was like, yo, this is where I want to be.
There are more NFL players that come out of the PSL.
Oh, yeah.
Here in Detroit than anywhere else in the country. It's an amazing, and not just come out, but you guys star.
Oh, yeah, we thrive. Like, we got Antonio Gates. He's a Hall of Famer. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. Anthony Spice Adams. Yep. He had an amazing career. Now he's doing an amazing career in entertainment, like myself. My boy, Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, Ryan.
He's doing well in Minnesota. I still talk to all these guys. We still stay connected. And, yeah, you're right, man. We got a legacy.
So this weekend, which I was unaware of.
Yep.
Is Crusaders weekend as well.
Yeah, my two brothers, Jason Pitts and James Theus, put together a Crusader weekend. It's the first annual. We're going to do this every year. It's basically a really big networking event for all the Crusaders to come back. We're all at a point in our lives where we've gotten our careers to a certain point, and now we can actually happily give back to each other and our community. So we just coming together to, it's a big, creative brainstorming weekend, mixed in with some good times, some good drinks, and some fun. Like on Friday, we have an icebreaker at Checkmate from 10 to 2, I think. I'll be going there right after the show to do that. And then Saturday, we at the St. Regis for like a ball that I'm hosting. So I'll be doing When a Woman's Fed Up.
There you go.
Going straight to host for that. And just, having a good time with my brothers and sisters who pull up.
I love it. I love it. Wow, that is extremely exciting. We just lost the guy from Rocky.
Yeah, Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Who played in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
There's so many. I know when I was a little boy, we had a football star by the name of Jim Brown who went on to do film.
Yeah.
You got into entertainment. What led you there?
I wanted to be an actor before I ever wanted to be an athlete.
Really?
I played Puss in Boots in the first grade.
That's funny.
No
to
kidding.
Yeah. I played Puss in Boots in the
All
first
right.
grade.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that. Go ahead.
And my mother and grandmother, they screamed so loud when I gave my one little line, which was "Not I," said the cat. And that was in first grade. And they went crazy, Mason. And I was like, look, man, I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. And then,
really? Family turned that light on.
Yeah, man.
And by the way, not to regress, but really quickly though, your dad was part of the public school system,
and my mother as well. Yes,
and your mom.
Yep.
And tell people what.
Yeah, my
what
mother. Angela Riley. She was the Central High School. She was assistant principal at Central High School, English department head as well. My dad he was coaching. Not coaching, but teaching at Persian High School for a long time. Ended up being at Southfield Lathrop at the end, as a counselor. So I grew up in the house of educators, so I couldn't skip school because they knew the schedules. You know what I'm saying?
So that play was really important.
Yeah, they have days, but they have days was my half days. So I was like, dang.
Fun.
Yeah, it was no fun. I had to ride the rail. You know what I'm saying?
That is cool. So you go off into entertainment.
Yeah.
And you like it. How do you become part of When a Woman's Fed Up?
Man, 15 years on the grind as an actor, man. Being on the hit TV show, The Black Hamptons, is airing on BET right now, along with Wicked City at the same time, being on 2 hit series. Just putting the work in, man. Uncle Nate, who's the producer of this show, he called me He got in contact with another friend of mine, Lynn Gibson, out in Atlanta, and it's just the connectivity, man. You do this long enough, as you know, you start meeting all the right people, and at that point, your career gets to a point, and you're just one phone call away from a job, and literally that's what that was. Uncle Nate called me. We came out of an actor strike not long ago,
right.
So I was really jumping at the bit to get back on stage, just kind of getting warm back up and get ready. Wicked City got picked up for a season 3, so I may be going back on that, and hopefully we get the Black Hampton season 3. So I'm just getting warmed up and getting ready to go back. Yeah.
Karon Joseph Riley is our guest today, who is part of the cast when a woman's fed up. We're also joined by the world-renowned radio personality and record label manager, Foodie Rome.
Foodie.
He does not like to talk about the record thing.
I want to talk about his record label. He got a record label.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he worked. Foodie worked for CBS Records.
Okay.
Yeah, he worked with the Stars.
Several record. Mason, good morning.
Yes.
Good morning,
Starr.
Good morning.
Good to
And my
see you.
friend over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Karon.
Foodie, what's up, man? I talked to you
Joseph
yesterday.
We've
Yeah.
been talking. We've been talking.
Yeah,
We've been
yeah,
talking.
exactly.
That's good.
We've been talking.
So Foodie, as we talked to Karan, we like to do it this way, just kind of set up a little bit. A lot of people don't know that about you, and you were very good at it. When you did the music business, people in Detroit know you mostly as a radio personality and promoter, but you are very successful as a record rep in the business for years.
Well, thank you, Mason. Thank you kindly. You're so modest.
Yeah, no,
You just really modest. No, actually,
and tell them some of the artists you worked with back then.
Well, the first artist that I worked with was Chuck Brown, the Soul Searchers.
Yep.
I got hired by Mike Abbott. He was VP of MCA Records at that time. And he gave me a call and said, I got a job for you. Almost something like he was waiting on the phone call from Uncle Nate.
Oh, yeah.
Got that call. And he said, have you ever promoted before? And I said, no. He said, well, you got a job. And that was the first record that I worked, Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers.
Bustin' Loose?
Bustin'
Like
loose.
bustin'
Bustin'
loose.
loose. I feel like bustin' loose. That's my jam, too. Yeah.
And we took that record to number 1.
That's right.
We took that record to number 1, and a short story. I went over to CKLW to see Rosalie Trombley, and when I walked through the door, everybody looked at me and said, "What you doing here?" She goes, "We didn't go to CKLW."
That's right.
You understand? Only the pop reps went to CKLW, not the R&B reps.
Right.
And I walked in there, and she met with me. She sat with me, and she gave me a bit of advice. She says, this record is number 1, in the urban market. She said, if you can keep it number 1 consistent for, I think she told me something like 8 weeks. Consistent 8 weeks with the sales and the numbers 8 weeks, she says, I will add this record to CKLW.
Wow. That was huge back then.
And it was huge. And when we served up, we did our job. 8 weeks later, I was back at CKLW with the pop reps with balloons and everything floating.
Because it happened.
In the train.
Made it happen.
You understand? And we made it happen. And from there, I got a call from CBS and Epic and Associated Labels.
That's amazing.
And from there, of course, that history.
Yep.
I mean, we had some of everybody then. Some of everybody. My favorites, Isleys, OJs, Lou Rawls.
Oh, you was living a life.
Oh,
That
you
was
name
fun.
it.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, Emotions, stuff like that. Frank Chaplin, T.C. Thompson,
Yeah.
we was under the tutelage of LeBaron Taylor at that time.
LeBaron Taylor, who was a DJ at the old J.O.B.
And WJZZ.
Wow.
Yeah, with the
LeBaron,
Bell Broadcasting, LeBaron Taylor.
who became one of the biggest,
Absolutely.
black or white. You're not unfamiliar with where you are right now either.
Oh, absolutely not, because I used to work here.
That's right. A lot of people did not know that
Yeah.
you worked in this building as well.
We started something here, We started back in a little bit. It's called The Groove.
The Groove.
I mean, from ground up. And again,
Wait, really? In here?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
Because you said that to me. He was like, what door am I supposed to come in? I'm like describing
Yeah, he
the
knows.
building. He's like, I used to work here. I
Yeah,
know
he
where I'm
knows.
going.
Yes.
This
And so the idea of that, when they was building The Groove, Tom Bender
Tom Bender.
and they were building it up, and he had consultation with, guess who? Rosalie Trumley. He said, we're trying to put this station together with the oldies and stuff like this, and we need blah, 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 blah. She said, the only person that I know that can assist you and help you is Foodie.
Wow, that's how you became.
That's how
part of
I
it.
became and got with, the other situation, and bingo.
Well, let this be publicly known as well. I don't know what people say about you. I just know what you do. You didn't come over here and kept your mouth closed and closed the door and took the
absolutely
check
not.
off. You reached back.
Absolutely.
Foodie pulled me in to be part of the group, and he did it, and he worked it for a while before the meeting ever happened, and he never told me he was doing all this work, and he put that together, and it just so happened it was sold shortly after.
Shortly after
After
that, I
we
mean,
met,
it was the whole.
She just wants you to be closer to the.
Oh, you want me to be closer to this
Yeah,
microphone?
they want to hear that voice.
Oh, am I
That
closer?
voice.
Oh,
Yes.
Is this much
They wanna hear
better?
that
Yes.
Foodie voice.
Yes.
Is this much better?
But yeah, he
See, that's what
he
happens
did-
when a woman's fed up.
Yeah.
Which we're about to get to too.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, and that was the thing, because they came to me and they say, "Foodie, we got to get somebody for mornings. Blah blah blah. Who do you think?" And I say, So I started working on Mason.
That's right.
I started working on Mason, and I set everything up, and we had a couple of really great meetings, because
Oh, man, that was fun.
I never, got in this thing to the point where I was all of this and that, and my whole thing was I wanted to help people, and I was never afraid of my position.
Yeah.
Never, no matter what I've done in this industry, I was never afraid of my position. And it's just like I say to everybody, there's more to, as you said, than being a radio personality. I was a programmer, all of that. You understand? But when you turn that front cover, there's a lot of pages in between before you
You
get
should
to the
do a
ending.
book.
Exactly. See there go
You should,
again.
you
I
should
should
do a book because you never, and that's just you. You don't really do your story. You're very selective with photos, kind of stuff.
He knows me. he knows me.
You're very professional. I've always loved you. I gotta tell you, Karon, I would imitate Foodie out of so much love for him. That would be a bit for me. I'd love it when that would come up and I get a chance to imitate him. A gentleman who has been in the entertainment business a long time. So you guys are part of a woman's fed up. Foodie, how did this come about?
Well, basically the same way it came about with Karon.
Yeah.
I got a call from Uncle Nate. Okay. And Uncle Nate was talking to, a gentleman that I worked with years ago who started Tyler Perry. And
Wow.
as you know, I was very instrumental on that run with Tyler Perry.
Yes.
Arthur Primus. And Arthur called me, and he's from Dallas, Texas. Foodie, I need you to do me a favor. Nate's going to be giving you a call. I need you to help him. So when Nate called me,
You went to work.
he called me, and I said, well, I already got, the message. Arthur told me to help you. What you got, Nate? And so we went over everything, the 9 yards, and we just got to explain it. And seeing something about Karon, so I'm going to tell you this. We were going through, well, what are we going to do with the cast? So some people, I said, we got to get rid of them. We can't have it. I say
They weren't ready, huh?
they were ready, but they were overripe. They were over ready.
Okay.
You understand that sometimes, like Kenny Rogers says, sometimes you got to know when to hold them and fold them.
Yeah.
Well, it was time for them to hold and fold it.
Right.
And so I said, blah, 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 well, who we going to get? So Nate kept throwing things at me. He kept throwing names at me and stuff like that. So then he threw Karon's name at me.
Wow.
And I said, Karon. He said, yeah, Foodie. He said, yeah, blah, 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 blah. He real popular. He real popular with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? And I say,
He is handsome. He is still NFL handsome. Ladies, I'm telling you.
So
you just want a ticket to look. I'm telling you.
Yeah, so I say to Nate.
Ladies, yes, listen to me.
I say, Nate, blah, blah, blah. So we say, Foodie, I'm going to send you something. So he sent me something. He sent me everything. I mean, I got pictures from Saints and Sinners, blah, blah, blah. I got a whole bunch of photos and stuff like that. And I say, I said, you know what, Nate? I said, you may have a point here. I said, you may have a point, you know. And so he said, I'm telling you, Foodie, think that'll work. I think that'll work.
Yeah.
And so what I did, I pulled the photos.
Yeah.
I pulled the photos, and I had the videos, a 30-second promo, made a Karon. We insert them into the 30-second TV commercial, Karon, and then the rest is history, you know.
Karon, this is fun. It's got to be fun because you get to come back home.
Yeah.
People get to see you up close and live this time.
Yeah.
You've gone out and made a beautiful career, both in the NFL and in the entertainment industry. What role do you play in A Woman's Fed Up?
And this one, I was telling you earlier before we got on air, it was just this is my introduction to the cast. Some of these folks have been doing it for a while, like Foodie just said.
Yeah.
And so this run, I'll be playing Cyrus. It's a little smaller part in this one, but in looking to probably get a bigger part coming in Chicago.
Oh, absolutely.
Moving forward as we continue to get this play back to where it was in the past. Like, they've done this play for 20 years. Like, this is a play.
Really?
It's been going on for a while now. And the writers, their wives and their daughters are now taking this
No
play.
kidding.
And
Take it over to them,
they're rebooting it and they're making it current, making it modern, like Foodie said, and they're modernizing it and giving it, you know, fresh legs and fresh breath. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it, and hopefully I can help get it back to where it's supposed to be.
You will. You've got the knowledge for it. You've done this. How many times have you been involved in a stage play, though?
Man, I've done quite a few. Nothing super huge nationally, but I would always, as an actor, I took my acting career.
Going.
Yeah, I took my career like I would with athletics. Everything is a workout for me. Everything is training. And if you want to be great on TV and film, you have to be great on the stage first. And I don't like skipping steps. So for me, I used to always, every year I was working, I would do multiple TV, movies, and all those other things, but I would always try to find a stage at least once a year.
Really?
Yeah, just because it's nothing like being on stage, Mason. It's like there's no cuts, there's no edits, there's no stopping. You have to be in there, you have to be locked in, and you got to know your stuff. And there's no other greater training for an actor to be on stage, but to be on stage.
When you played in the league, that's obviously a different appreciation for something good that you've done. How do you compare the two about being live like that?
It's the same. It's the same, man. Like even when we played when I went into Ohio State and we upset Ohio State in the horseshoe. Millions of people watching.
Yes.
But when you lock in and you're in there with your castmates or you're on the field with your teammates, it's just you and your teammates. It's just you and your cast. And we lock in on that stage, and it's us against the world. Nobody knows what's really going on, so we just do our thing and we have fun. And it's the same energy, same muscles. You get the energy from the crowd, just like you got the energy from the crowd when you was playing again.
Right.
You know, it's the same thing, man. Same thing.
Wow, this is going to be great. It takes place, Foodie.
Takes place this weekend, Friday and Saturday. There's going to be 3 shows. 8 o'clock show on Friday, matinee performance at 3 o'clock on Saturday, and 8 o'clock show on Saturday as well. And guess what? Because of you, Mason, and Starr, this morning I released some really great seats for the 8 o'clock performance on Friday, and also the matinee performance on Saturday and the Saturday evening performance.
Oh, great.
And we just did that. I just did that this morning. Actually, I was sitting out in the parking lot. I was on
Because when I went to the ticket place, they're saying seats are going fast. Go ahead and get your tickets.
I know they're going to
Hurry
go
up.
fast.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I did that this morning.
The cast is strong.
Yeah, yeah. And once we loaded in the set, you know how that works, and then the sight lines and stuff, that makes I say, wow, all these rooms,
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? I said, I'm going to release these seats.
That's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, and so I'm going to announce it on Starr and Mason.
There you go.
When I get there.
I
So
like
love
that.
it. And they can actually go to the box office.
they can actually go to the Music Hall box office direct. You understand? That's what I, would recommend.
Yep.
Do you understand? You save maybe on some fees, so.
Yep, by going to the box
Going
office.
to the box office, by all means, do that. And like you said, we got a dynamic cast. And Patrice Lovely. Patrice don't get up before.
Hey, you already know P. Diddy. Patrice is, hey, man, I told Patrice, Patrice last night at rehearsal. I said, you know, we got that radio in the morning. She looked like, we. When you start speaking French, Karon.
That's funny.
But Karan, you know, we were more than delighted to have you in here this morning.
Well, you know I got to come see Mason, man. I grew up on you, brother. Man, this is all full circle, mom. I got chill bumps sitting here in front of you right now, man. And I'm like, man, this is
and that's
yeah.
reciprocal because
Yeah.
I know what you did in the NFL.
So he has a very lucky celebrity wife. You were sharing what picture with me, Foodie?
I don't know if you know about this picture. I got this picture.
Oh, he don't know if you got it, should we?
See, but I got this picture. See.
Who's
Okay.
celebrity wife?
Well,
Karan.
tell
Oh, no.
tell him, Starr.
Terry Vaughn.
Terry J. Vaughn.
Oh, say that. Say that.
he is.
Karan, no.
Wait a
Yes, he
Mason,
did that.
Mason, he is on the middle initials, the middle name.
Yeah.
Oh no, he owned it.
Oh, yeah.
We had him like.
And we first started Karan Riley at
Karan
first.
Riley. He said no.
Karan
Go back.
Joseph.
Karan Joseph Riley. Yeah, you
There
got to
we
give
go.
me my Joseph.
You gotta put that middle initial in it.
Because Foodie it was that was by design. When I played sports, I was Karan Riley.
Right.
When I started
Right.
acting, I was like, okay, because you know everything is digital.
Absolutely.
So I was like, okay, I have to shake the athletic shadow. So in
Got
order
it.
to do that, I had to create a new history. So I started going by
New
Karan
brand.
Joseph Riley. So if you put in that in Google, you'll get different things based on which name you put in.
Which name you put in.
Right? Yeah. So I was like, I just need people to lock in because everybody want to drop the Joseph. I'm like, yo, don't drop the Joseph. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
We
I
had to
love
change
it.
everything, Mason.
There you
all the flyers, all
That's
the
what he
posters.
got to do
I mean,
now.
everything.
And this is home for him.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Exactly.
That is funny.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I appreciate that though, Foodie.
Oh,
Karan, thank
you're
you
welcome,
though, man, for coming in. I'm glad you came, King Crusader.
Yeah.
Who has done so much to make us all look good around the world. We
Yeah.
appreciate what you
I do it for the
man.
culture, man. I do it for home. I do it for our people, man. Everything I do it for us.
Excellent.
And just
Foodie?
want to just one thing, Mason, if I could. We do have more Detroiters in the play.
Oh yeah.
As well, yeah. Yvonne Dowell.
Okay.
Lady Vonne, her, she's in the play, and also Lauren Harper.
And
Lauren,
they
yeah.
are amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
Amazing.
So we brought everybody home.
That's
Yeah.
good. Foodie,
It brought 'em
beautiful.
together.
When
Thank
a
you, man.
woman's fed up,
When a woman's fed
again,
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Ain't
Friday,
nothing you can do about
8
it.
o'clock. Saturday, 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock at the music hall.
I'm getting
Right.
calls now trying to get tickets.
I
for-
know.
Get your tickets.
Go to
get
the
your
box
tickets.
office for
Get
it.
your tickets.
I gotta say this since I got Foodie in here. I've always loved your voice on the radio. I think you were
Me
made
too.
to
That's
do
why I try to
radio.
imitate him.
Yes. But your other gift, I don't care what show I go to. If you are hosting, you are always on point. And I host, and I know sometimes you kind of gotta.
She's been telling me this story for
you
2
are like
years.
the GOAT. You are.
Thank
You
you,
know how
thank
to
you.
control the audience. You know how not to go too long. You keep it right where it need to be. You are just, to me, you are the ultimate host. And Detroit loves you.
Well,
and
Starr,
I
Oh,
thank
think
yeah.
he loves
Thank you
You
so
kidding?
much. Make a
Yes.
phone call to Billy Sparks. He'll tell you that. He said, Foodie's my man.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Foodie's my guy. Foodie's my guy.
For me, all I gotta do is ask Eddie Levert. He'll go,
oh.
Mace.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Eddie Levert. Yeah. Oh,
You know,
man, you just, I got to
you know
tell
I
you.
love me some Foodie, Mace.
You are amazing. Go ahead.
You see, I can tell you right now. Eddie Levert's phone number.
Oh,
Cell
no.
phone number. Stevie Wonder's cell phone number. You know that.
Yeah.
Ron Isley, cell phone number and home number and the wife's number.
That's right.
I'm telling you, see, it's just about coming together. See, because I just didn't want to be just a on-air radio personality or a promoter. I wanted to be a friend. See, I wanted to be a friend. You know, see, I was always told, my dad always told, he said, you going to be either like Stevie in the song. My dad told me that a long time ago. You just can't be of it. You got to be in it.
There you go.
You got to be in it. You understand?
That's
and you got to
correct.
do multiple things. You have to do multiple
Oh, yeah.
things. And so I took those lessons, you know, and I applied it.
There you go. And that's why this crazy kid ran track, played basketball, played football, goes to the NFL, gets into Hollywood. I mean, I can't be proud of Foodie, of Mr. Joseph Riley.
Yeah. You have to,
Joseph.
yeah, you have to put that Joseph in
Yeah.
there.
You got to put the
Or-
career, yeah.
I cannot be more
And
proud of
Foodie,
you.
and now you got my number, Korea. You got Karan Joseph Riley's number. You can sell number. Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah.
Man, you guys, man.
Man, thank you,
We'll see you
Mason.
at the
Yes.
music
Starr,
hall.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.